What's up, everybody? I missed you. It's been a nice couple days off. I hope you read my latest newsletter. Tonight I'm wearing one of my old school Bitcoin t-shirts. Bitcoin Revolution. Like, I've been at this game for a long time. I love crypto. Bitcoin got me to where I am. It was the start. I took it serious, and I don't know what my life would be without it. I probably would have just been a social media. We would have had a social media business or something, and I probably would have gone full blown with AI by now. But thanks to crypto, I don't have to have clients anymore, and it feels really nice. You guys are my clients, the audience. I'd rather take care of you guys. So a couple things that have happened. Here, let me show you. I'll just show you. Share this. Sent. Share screen. All right. Here's our Patreon page. Now, if you go to our Patreon shop, you'll see this. This is a new upgrade to Patreon. I can now put in PDFs for you guys to use for free. So they're $5. You have to have a price on them for non-members. But everyone who is a Patreon member gets these absolutely for free. So we'll be adding a new PDF weekly. The second one's going to be how to install Aurochs wallet. If you don't have the Aurochs wallet, the link is down below. You can get that. It's a lot more secure than the MetaMask wallet. And I'll probably do another one for Rabby wallet. Maybe we'll do one for Internet Money wallet. There's lots of opportunities here for education. This week is interesting because we start the course with Ben. By the way, Ben is the one who put the PDF together, or the information for the PDF, and then Annabelle did all the digital work for it. So it looks pretty amazing. Here, let me go back to that real quick. I'll actually show it to you. Where is it? It says I have to buy. All right, I can't access it myself. Oops. But yeah, that's where you get it. And you just, if you remember, you just download it. All right, it looks beautiful. It's Anna spent, I would guess, like three hours building it. It's like 36 pages long. So, wow. Bookmaster Hex is in the building. Yes, please. I appreciate you. Hello, Mom. Buonasera, Paisano. What's up, Pepe? Hope to see you soon. Madre Di Randy, yeah. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'll be late to class. Oh, yes, tomorrow is the first day of class with Ben for the A to Z crypto course. I think we have 12 or 13 people in the course this time. Last time, I think we were 10. So, we're in a bear market. Didn't expect it to be a large class, but helps Ben out and gives me something to do this week. I will have my normal Patreon call early in the morning at noon. So I'll have to dip out of the class as well for a few minutes or for an hour and then come back in. But overall, lots of cool things happening. I'm just feeling the energy that the bull market is returning. Sari, what's up? From Taiwan. Glenn Trones, good afternoon, Randy and crew. Good afternoon, Southern. What's up? Lunacy Point, hello. AP. Ted's in the house. Evening, everybody. Will the SEC beat Richard Hart? Nope. I don't really see how they could, unless they just bend everything to their will, like a typical corrupt system would. Hey, Black Label X-Pac. Everybody, should I buy a bunker now? I've got my bunker. It's called I'm in a country that is neutral. Just move to a neutral country. That's the best thing you could do. Or should I signal for the aliens to come and get me off this planet? I I do have to admit that my wife and I have been talking about it because this is not something we have to worry about, right? We don't have these issues here. The um, the Jewish / Israeli community live peacefully with the Arab community here in Panama. They have their days at the mall. It's so funny. Okay, so if we go on Saturday to our favorite mall, the one close to our house, it's like the really nice mall here in Panama. You'll see everyone. You see lots of hijabs, lots of Muslim folks at the mall. Then on Sunday, you don't see any hijabs, and it's all Habakkuk, the Jewish folks. So they take their turns at the malls. I find it hysterical. So we make a joke, and I don't feel like it's racist at all. I'm like, hey, baby, we're going to the mall this weekend. Which day you want to go? You want to go on an Arab day? Or you want to go on a Jewish day? Because they make up such a large population of the expats here in Panama. They got a whole neighborhood here in Panama City called Paitilla that is all Jewish. And then you got a whole neighborhood over on the Cologne side and the Caribbean side that is all Arab. They've got mansions. I mean, these are the biggest houses I've ever seen, like 10, 15 bedrooms. It's like this huge complex, and it has like 15-foot walls all the way around this huge complex. And they've got all these mansions in there, not just 10, 20 mansions. I'm talking like 50, and they're all Arab owned. It's like they own all the import-export businesses, and they do a lot of business here. A lot of them are what is it? Lebanese. A lot of them are Lebanese backgrounds, but yeah, there's a lot of them. So I like how they peacefully live together here. Who's more neutral, Panama or Argentina? Well, Argentina just signed up with the BRICS, so I don't know if they're very neutral anymore. They're definitely saying who they want to play with, and they take money from the IMF, or they've been taking money from the IMF for a long time. Panama does too, though. So I guess every country does. They all kiss the ass of the IMF. Aliens can come get me. These are funny. All right. So what I want to talk about was we're hearing news that now Metamask, we heard already, this came out like 6 months ago or so, that Metamask is now collecting our information. Metamask is partly owned or something to do with JP Morgan now, which we've all known that JP Morgan has been an enemy of crypto for a long time, and they're not our friend. You can't even have a JP Morgan account and deal with crypto, which is funny that they own a part of Metamask or whatever, however they're affiliated. And now they're talking about KYC for wallets, and Uniswap is saying that the new Uniswap will have KYC as an option. We all know how this goes. First comes an optional, then it's no longer optional. They're going to force it upon you. This is something that humankind has gotten used to over the last 30, 40 years. They start something off as optional, and then it becomes no longer optional. It's mandatory. So think passports. Oh, we're only going to have passports during the war. Once the war's done, you're not going to need passports anymore. Uh-oh, now all of us have passports. Or temporary taxes. This is going to be a temporary tax where we're going to take it away as soon as everything is normal, and it never goes away. So anytime a government says something is just temporary, or a company says something is temporary or it's optional, it's not going to be optional for long. I don't trust them. So the best thing we could do is support companies who don't do it and no longer support companies that do. Well, the Hex community should already not be using Uniswap. There's going to be other options. We have 9inch launching. So 9inch will be on Ethereum. You'll be able to trade Hex over there. There's no real reason to use Uniswap once that happens. And there's no real reason to use Metamask. So I use the Aurochs wallet, links down below. Some people use Rabby wallet, and it seems to be working great. So everyone's loving Rabby that I've heard of, Rabby. And then if you're only using Pulse Chain, then maybe use the Internet Money Wallet. So there's lots of options out there for you. Don't submit to the overlords if you don't have to. There's so many ways. They say submit, just say nope. So some great news for Nope, obviously, is that we are launching 9-inch probably in the next, today's the 15th. I'm going to London on the 31st. Party is on the 4th in London, the launch party for 9-inch and the birthday party for Poor Pleb. So we'll be expecting that 9-inch will be launched. Here, let's pull up our boy Hexy Bastard's account because he said things about this today. And tickets are available now for the party. Share this tab. See you guys. There we go. Do this one instead. All right. Where is it? Okay. Tickets to the 9-inch launch party, Poor Pleb first birthday, featuring myself, Pulse Mafia is me, and many more. Get them quick, limited tickets. This will be a small, intimate event, likely to sell out fast. So a couple people have messaged me like, where is this? I mean, is this in London? No, it's not in London. It's in Windsor, where Windsor Castle is, not too far outside of London. It's actually really close to the Heathrow Airport. So if you take the easiest way to get there from London is to go from Paddington Station, take the GWR, and it's the Great Western Railway, and then you get off at Sloth Station, and you change trains to Windsor. It's really easy. It's not complicated at all. The Sloth Station is pretty small, so you just have to go to a different track and get on the Windsor train. There's not much in Windsor. It's just you have the Windsor Castle. You have Legoland, which is Legos. They have a big theme park there in Windsor. That's how I know about this because that's why we went last year. And the place that they're having the party is actually about 6 miles outside of Windsor. So just catch an Uber. That's what we did when we were there. We just Ubered everywhere in that area. So yeah, and Windsor's cute. So we're planning on spending the day around Windsor, and we'll go to the castle because we didn't go to the castle last time. We just went straight to Legoland, but it's a great area, seriously. So if you're in London and you want to go to the event, you can get the tickets right here on Twitter. Go to Hexy Bastard on Twitter and sign up and get tickets. I don't even. Let me see if they're charging for them. Okay, yeah. Dang. They go, except cookies. They go from 69 pounds up to 369 pounds. Wow, I didn't know they were that expensive. So if you're not a true poor pleb, and you can afford these tickets, come on, come meet us and come hang out for the day. There's a VIP area. Okay. All right, cool. So there you go. 69 pounds up to 369 pounds to come to the party. I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody. I'm hanging out with No Permissions folks in Cardiff, which is in Wales. We'll be hanging out with folks in Belfast on this trip, which is Northern Ireland. We'll be hanging out with folks in Edinburgh, Scotland. And we're doing a nice little circle, taking planes, trains, ferries. The only thing we're not doing is driving. So it's going to be a fun trip. Spend Christmas over in Europe, but the first month, there's almost the first month, we're going to be in UK. What's up? Believe in yourself. At dinner with my son tonight. Woohoo! Nice, Hex Farmer. Cool. Yeah, I got to have dinner a few nights there for a while when we were in Niagara Falls. My mom came over and visited us. I'll trust the aliens over the gov. Nope. Lots of options on Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Fox, 9mm, Pateus. Spark Swap, too many to name. That's right, K Crypto. I just used Mateus tonight. I like Mateus. Mateus is an aggregator, meaning it's not an exchange itself. It goes around and finds the best route to save you give you the best trade. So works really good. And I heard from Hexy Bastard. He came into the Patreon last week and talked to us, and he was telling us that the fees on 9-inch are so much lower than they really optimize the fee structure. So the fees are going to be much lower on 9-inch. So when aggregators like Mateus go out and find the best price, a lot of times it's going to land on 9-inch, which is really cool for big bag holders of 9-inch like myself and anybody else who sacrificed there and are looking to stake their 9-inch tokens. So congratulations, everybody. These guys have done a great job. It took them a little while to get all the pieces of the puzzle to work together. They had 3 different exchanges they brought under one umbrella, and that's a lot of difficult code to figure out, and they've done it. So just ready to launch. I'm hoping they launch it in the next 10 days. I'd love to have it done before I leave, frankly, before I get on that plane. But we'll see. And there's another change. I know I told some folks that, we were going to be all over, Belgium and stuff like that, but we're not going to go to Belgium now. We got invited to go to Malta. So we're going to go spend some time with some friends in Malta and do that instead. The only thing that bums me out is that Malta's not very Christmassy. I used to live in Sicily. I know how not Christmassy that part of the world is. It's all desert. It's like sand everywhere. But hey, we've been invited by a good person, a good friend of ours. So go hang out. It would be a shame if somehow the KYC function got spammed with NPCs. Do it, Russ. Do it. Do it. Someone said to me today, it really got under my skin. I'll admit it got under my skin. They're like, Randy, this post is so 2020 news cycle. Yeah, I understand. But people don't understand that I still live in the 9/11 news cycle. I never forgave. I never forgot. I still focus on that shit. Every day I'm doing my stuff and I think about, Building 7. No plane hit Building 7 yet. It fell. I remind you guys I went to university for aircraft mishap investigation. Okay. I'm an aviation medicine tech in the U.S. Navy. We're the guys that go when a plane crashes. If I would have gone to work as a civilian doing my job with my degree, I would have worked with the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. That was my my education, aviation medicine. I never used it once I left the Navy, but I spent a lot of time learning it, and I did that job in the Navy for 7 years. So when I look at something like on 9/11, when the Pentagon got hit, and I'm like, where's the airplane parts? I don't see anything. All I see is a little hole. Planes have lots of parts and seats and all kinds of things like that. Why did Building 7 fall? So yeah, I've been a conspiracy theorist for a long time, and I don't trust anything the government says. That's why the NOPE token is so perfect for me, because I'm such a skeptic. Anytime a talking head on TV says something, or someone sits at the podium of the White House and says something, or some politician over in Europe says something, I'm like, what's the real story? I'm a total skeptic. So the NOPE token is perfect for the skeptics among you, because we're going to have some fun with it. Hey, Tex Hex, what's going on? Don't drop the soap with the 9-inch party. Oh, God. Hey, Gooey, welcome. Got another Canuck in the house. Yeah, I just got back from your country, buddy. We were there for 2 weeks. Man, that was an expensive 2 weeks. I've never shelled money out like that before in my life. Money felt like water. Going to the IHOP the IHOP in Niagara Falls up in the tower. Yes, it was a beautiful view. Yes, we got to look at the Horseshoe Falls, but our bill for, I think it was 6 people for breakfast, was $350. I'm like, nice coffee, $5. Thank you, Canada. We appreciate you. Mateas. I wonder how DEX aggregators will work if Uniswap requires KYC. That's a good question, sir. That is a good question. Or maybe the DEX aggregators can block Uniswap and go right around them. That'd be cool too. Look at the hole that supposedly a plane hit the Pentagon. Where are the parts? Also, only one section of the roof is down. No wing damage on the building to the left and right of the hole. Ted, I like how you think, Ted. Randy and Rumsfeld will be best friends. How much money did they lose that day? The day before the 9/11? Rumsfeld came out and said, we lost, I think it was $3 trillion. The next day, the finance section of the Pentagon gets blown up. You can't make this shit up. No, I mean, all respect to the folks that died on 9/11, but the stuff the government, the bullshit they fed us with was, I cannot believe the country didn't have a revolution after that. Funny how the section of the Pentagon that blew up housed the documents for this missing $3 trillion. How does the Pentagon lose $4 trillion? Because they also lose 5. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, who cares? It's all right. The number's so big, it doesn't even matter. It's some ridiculous number. It's some ridiculous number. I remember having friends that were in Iraq. Let me roll back a little bit. I was at nursing school and back home in Rochester, New York, and this had to be September of 2002. So 1 year after it was the anniversary of what had happened. And I remember the news station coming to the university, and they wanted to talk to veterans. And I just happened to be hanging out, in the student area, and they were interviewing people. And they asked me, what do you think about us going to war in Iraq? And I looked them straight in the face. I said, you understand, you're going to, it's like hitting a nest of wasps. That's what it's going to be like. I said, it's the dumbest thing we could do. I said, Iraq had nothing to do with it. And somehow we're going to Iraq. And as a veteran, I was so upset about the whole thing. But yeah, all my friends were like, oh, Randy, are you going back in the Navy? I'm like, hell no. I'm going back in the Navy. I did my time. I'm totally against all this stuff. Seems like during the attack, finances missing was fresh on somebody's mind. Yeah. You think? Those damn toilet seats cost a lot. It's, oh God. I'm sure a lot of my followers are not military people, and they don't know how it works and how absurd finance in the military is. As a department head, I would have to, they made me a department head, and I was like 23 years old at a clinic over in Sicily. I remember having to fill out the budget sheet, how much money we needed for the year and that kind of stuff. And every year, this is how it went. Make sure the number this year is bigger than last year. So me, who is semi-smart, would question that. Be like, why aren't we trying to save money? Why every year do we have to increase the budget? It's just how the government works. The government cannot work without continually expanding. So as a libertarian, this drove me crazy. And I didn't know I was libertarian back then. I had no idea. I was probably a registered Republican at that time. Even though I'm from New York, I'm sure I was a registered Republican. My family's pretty conservative. So I'm like, sense does this make? Why do I have to make my budget bigger for the clinic? Made no sense whatsoever. Oh God. If they can print it, they can lose it. Yep. And that's the benefit. One of our arguments for crypto over the years is that you can't print something you can't inflate something that can't be inflated. And that's the great thing about cryptocurrencies. How we inflate in crypto is different. We fork things. So Bitcoin was amazing, couldn't be inflated. Well, then they forked it for Bitcoin Cash. They forked it for Darkcoin. They forked it for Dogecoin. That's how it got inflated. But overall, if you just kept Bitcoin, it's just 21 million tokens or coins when it's completed. And that's it. Look, got my old school Bitcoin shirt on tonight. Got to represent. I don't own it anymore, but I understand how important Bitcoin is to the overall crypto space. So I respect Bitcoin. You'll never see me talk shit about Bitcoin. I believe that it's a necessary evil. Seriously, now that the bankers and the bigwigs, the Raul Pauls and the ARK Invest and all those guys are in Bitcoin now, and it's not going away because too much big money is moving into Bitcoin. And next you're going to see Ethereum, that happening to Ethereum. Maybe 5 years from now, Pulse Chain will be on the block for being gobbled up by these big mega corporations and stuff because they want to control it. So what I'm seeing happening now for Bitcoin is that they're going to try to control it. And that's how are they going to do that? Because they're going to own a whole bunch of it. And that is the one thing I don't like about what's happening. I come from the gold and silver world, and they controlled gold and silver by owning a bunch of it, buying and selling and taking out options against it, and those kind of things. They can crash the market. They can push it up. They can do all kinds of things. So don't trust them. 04 in the Air Force here, and it's tough to keep my mouth shut. AP, yeah. Tell you what, it was real tough, and I was just an E5. You're an officer. I mean, if you couldn't keep your mouth shut as an officer, imagine someone like me. I was always in trouble. I was like, Vilarski, shut up. That was common. Like, don't say anything. Just this is the way we've done it for many years. Just keep doing it, kid. That's how it was. The consciousness is bringing to surface truth and transparency, exposing everything. They sure working hard to sabotage crypto. Nope. It won't work. It won't work. You know why? Because we're too spread now. Someone was talking about validators for Pulse Chain, and my argument for validators for Pulse Chain is that we should be distributed around the world in different jurisdictions, so that if the U.S. one day comes and decides they want to really hurt Ethereum, they can, because like 80% of all the validators for Ethereum, it might even be higher than that, are in the United States. So they could really mess with Ethereum. But what if Pulse Chain was distributed all throughout the planet? That'd be amazing, and gives them less chance of being able to shut us down. X Farmer says crypto inflation can be a fork or a new token. The benefit of crypto is dollars choose the value. That's right. Yeah. Money goes where it's treated best. They'll manipulate Bitcoin like the stock market and gold and silver. Yeah, for sure. That's their end goal. That's why I believe that we need to our money needs to stay ahead of their waves. They're trying to take over Bitcoin now. Next, they're going to take over Ethereum. ARK Invest already has paperwork in to have an Ethereum, just like they're doing with Bitcoin, have an Ethereum fund. I think it's fun, like a spider index or something. I don't know, something they're doing for Ethereum. And after that, what's next? They're going to find other things. Whatever people love, they're going to go after. Futures will still manipulate crypto. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Absolutely. Pulse Chain, Hex, Real DeFi. We will all move there when shit hits the fan. That's right. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do our charts. Where is it? There we go. All right, StreamYard. All right, speaking of Bitcoin, if for the Patreon members, if you're If you remember the other day, I said that we needed to get back to 27.7 or so, 27.6, 27.7 to get that green Aurochs indicator back. We're fighting the other day. I think it was. Let's go to days. Remember, we're in the new moon right now, so everything's looking bullish. We broke through this. This was the old trend line here, and we broke through and touched the older one. So not the older one, but the lower one. And now we're in this. If we break through down here, we're going to 25. If we break through up here, we're probably going to 28 or higher. If we break through this and we go back up, I'm going to say with 100% conviction that the bull market is back, that we're going into our bull market. If we come back down, I'm just going to give us a delay of 1 month. So everything's this week. We'll know this week whether we're going up or down. So we're not too far away from going back above this trend line, in my opinion. So you can see that we have a green Aurochs indicator on the daily. Let's check the weekly. I haven't looked at that yet. Still green. All right. That's very positive news. Oh, I didn't show you on the daily. See, the AI is saying that we're still down. We need this to turn back up. It's still looking a little bit rough. And one of the problems is that the amount of volume is really low, but we're still above the 0 line for the demand index. That's very positive. The fear and greed, it's not too fearful. It's just on the edge there. If it looked like this, I'd be worried, but we're still in the middle ground here. So Bitcoin needs to make a decision, and we're closer to popping over than going under. So hopefully tomorrow's a good day. Okay, so we're at 27,250 approximately. Ethereum is also looking about the same, but 4 days in the green here. We have a green Aurochs indicator. The EMA is about to cross over, green over red. The AI is looking like it's about to pop over. That's really good to see. So actually, Ethereum is looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin. Let's check the weekly. Oh, well, we got a red on the weekly. That's not good. And then the monthly, it's still red, I'm sure. Yeah, still red. All right, let's check Hex. Man, Hex has just been destroyed. But we do have the green Aurochs indicator on the monthly. Weekly, still green. And daily, green. Maybe this is our bottom. 2.8, what did it hit? 2.75. 0.00275 is the Ethereum version of Hex. So that's not, that's not terrible. I think that it's been keeping right with the trend here. Let's see, look how just it's been pretty much sideways. Yeah, it was, the low was 2.0028 way back here, and we just broke through the low again yesterday. So I can't imagine going much further. This looks pretty good. Maybe the bottom is in. Let's hope. Yep. BlackRock is iShares. Yeah, don't trust BlackRock. BlackRock, Vanguard, there's so many of them. iShares made BlackRock bigly. Yes. It's hard to believe things going bullish as Israel goes into Gaza. But Hex Farmer, remember that as the world goes into rough patches, it's hard to say this because we've never really had it before. This is the problem. The situation that we are in, we've never seen this. Bitcoin, ever since its inception in 2008, launch in January 3rd, 2009, ever since that happened, we have had a relatively peaceful world with high inflation. Right now, we have a tumultuous world, and we're on the verge of going deflationary. But we also have banks in trouble. Currencies are in trouble. If we have a big event, like I say, a shakeout event, and the stock market tumbles by 30, 40% in a week or two, Bitcoin will also tumble. Hex and Pulse Chain, everything will tumble. But it's not going to stay there long, because the only thing these governments understand is Keynesian economics. And Keynesian economics only do one thing. That's inflate. Just like I was talking about the government earlier. Just like Ted was talking about the toilets, the billion-dollar toilets and airplanes, those kind of things. They only understand how to inflate and increase the budgets. So if we're going into a tumultuous time and say that there's going to be war, if we go into World War III, God forbid, I hope that does not happen, they're going to print money. It doesn't matter whether there's going to be a war or not. Money printing is coming back. Massive. Because it's the only thing that they have. The interest rate raise that they did over the last year, they're going to pat themselves on the back. They'll say, oh, yes, we lowered interest rates, but we destroyed the economy while we were at it, right? They're destroying the economy. Japan, look at over there. They're an absolute mess. I think they're at 150% GDP right now, over GDP with their borrowing. The U.S. is going to do the same thing, just massive, massive borrowing and printing. So it's coming. Right now, the dollar looks strong. How much longer can that fake piece of news continue? The dollar is not strong. It's just that it's the strongest one in the pile of shit. All fiat currencies are in trouble. That's why the announcement of the BRICS coming out with their stable coin or something that they're going to trade amongst each other with was such important news earlier this summer. And I think they made the actual announcement in August. So get ready. Things are going to go very, very bullish for crypto. I'm thinking by this time next year. This time next year will be like, we'll all be high-fiving again. I don't know if Pulse Chain is going to lead the charge. I sure hope so. But like I said before, if Richard chooses to fight, we might not have the huge gains that we thought we were going to have. If one day the word comes out that Richard settled, then Pulse Chain could lead the way and be the big winner for this next bull run. But I don't think his ego is going to allow him to do that. I'm just letting everybody know. Richard wants a win. The guy does not like to lose. Hey, by the way, let's show that tweet that he put out. Let me pull it up. Let me look for it first. Let's talk about this. There we go. Where is it? There we go. I'll share it here. Sorry. I'm trying to share this tab. Okay. And then this. All right. This is the tweet Richard put out, I think it was earlier today. It says, Richard means hard ruler. Heart means passionate. Win means dedicated. I don't give up. I win. You watch the dead bodies of those who thought were smart float on down the river. Mashinsky, SBF, Duquan, Suzu. They're all in jail now. What did they all have in common? I spoke out against all of them publicly, and they didn't like me. Oh, and they took people's money into a common pool with the expectation of profit, critically from their entrepreneurial and managerial effort, critically from their entrepreneurial, I think he meant purely, I don't know. Critically from their entrepreneurial managerial effort, this is the opposite of why crypto was invented, of course. I've been begging and I'm still begging you to hold your own keys to save you. Don't pick up pennies in front of freight trains, not your keys, not your coins. I raised $27 million for medical research charity. I called the crypto price top accurately for free. I called the watch price top accurately for free. He's talking about watches. I produce self-help books for free. I produce free self-help content for free. I fight for your rights in countries I don't even live in for free. Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX were given away to thousands for free. You could say I'm into freedom. Now ask yourself, of those that still that speak ill of me, what are their accomplishments compared to mine? How are they spending their time now? Are they fighting for your rights? Are they educating you? Do they give it all away for free? Where's their free self-help books? Where's their millions raised for charity? Where's their free and open source software? Satoshi abandoned Bitcoin after just 2 years of having a price. Millions of Bitcoin users were savaged because it's cryptoware. They didn't have real DeFi to try and earn yield or trade or nearly anything else you can do with Ethereum or PulseChain that you can't do on both Bitcoin. So they put their money into the coffers of evil men, centralized entities that are the opposite of why crypto was invented. And it wasn't just the BTC maximalists that caused the horror, it was regulatory capture as well, where the incumbents were protected by rules that not only can't be followed, but which purposely are never created so that you might never follow them. The cryptoware enthusiasts and the regulators are responsible for the billions of dollars lost to the centralized entities crypto was invented to destroy. Does only a few centralized exchanges left seem like a free and open market? And who is crippling that market? The regulators. And who benefited from all the centralization in just a few entities? The scammers and the incumbents. Who lost? You. And those that didn't listen to me lost far, far more. Those who didn't listen to me lost far, far more. What if Bitcoin was going down in part because people were selling spot to buy discounted Grayscale shares? The discount for NAV is now less than half it was months ago. Another example of centralization at work. Imagine how much happier the BTC price and the environment would be if mining didn't require so much money to be handed to the power company and had a couple chip manufacturers. PulseChain solves this. What should you be focused on? Writing relevant comments to proposed rules, robustness from attack, privacy, being ready for end of the bear market. We are better than those that attack us in our words and our works. We will win. And he wants us to go send a letter to, I think it's the SEC. And regulatory capture, what is that? In regulatory capture, a special interest is prioritized over the general interest of the public, leading to a net loss for society. Regulation is influenced such that market entry is limited or restricted. Prices are protected or even increased. Mechanisms influence money exposure, which is time spent, revolving doors of legislators or executives and regulators. So you can see 1,431 retweets, 3,251 likes, 180,200 views of this post. Way to go, Richard. That was a home run for a post. So, told you, he's gonna fight. He ain't putting up with that shit. Trying to find where you guys are. It's hard to believe things go okay. Yeah, you're right. They're printing with those push button fingers. Yes, they are. It's coming back. They're going to need that money for their weapons. I heard that the second carrier is on its way to the Mediterranean. JP Morgan chief market strategist said today we could see another 20% dip in the market. See? Yeah. Now, there's something I want to I know this is a lot of you guys are too young to even remember these things, but I'm a student of history. And there's something that happened in the Mediterranean a long, long time ago. It was during the Yom Kippur War, and there was a ship called the USS Liberty. And the USS Liberty was an American ship that was attacked by Israeli fighter jets. And you can go look it up. It was a tragedy. How that happened, no one knows. But go look it up. And then another important one that people may forget was the Marine Corps barracks bombing in Beirut in 1983. And now I had friends that, they weren't friends, they were much higher ranking people than me that were there that day. Remember, I was in the Navy as Navy corpsman, so there were a lot of corpsmen who were also Marines, Marine medics. So they got to experience it, and they got to tell the tragedy that day. So that isn't a place that I don't recommend Americans be. Let them sort their shit out. This is stuff that's been going on for thousands upon thousands of years. The U.S. has no rights to be there. Just step away, back away slowly. That's all I got to say. If you want to go do something, go protect the oil. I bring my own food when I go to the falls, man. Embassy Suite has microwave. Smart man, Kubi. Smart man. Oh, jeez. What's up, Darwood? Did everyone submit their AI-generated letter to the IRS? Nope. Darwood said nope. But AI is amazing. Most importantly, almost 2 million died based on a lie. That's right. There you go. Alaska fisherman. What's up, Randy? Been a minute. Just got back from fishing. Hope everything is good. We need pulse chain to hit. Yes, we do. Alaska fisherman, what do you fish? What are you out there? You doing the crabs? You doing tuna? What you catching? War or not, it's hard for me to think of better places to store my money. Yeah, where else are you gonna do it? Gold's gonna do great, but we're crypto folks. We're used to, we get 100x gain, or we have possibilities of 100x gains. What's gold gonna get? 2 or 3x, maybe, unless dollar just absolutely drops to nothing. Yes, this time next year, the Fed can't print until inflation goes down or something breaks. After recession starts, and they get licensed to print. Recession, yeah, or war. I mean, throughout history, war has always been the money printer. All the libertarian accounts need to give their comments. Yeah, Charlie. I can't wait to launch Nope Token. Man. The fight will bring Pulse Chain True DeFi to the many eyes around the world. Later, it will be stronger than a bull run. People need to see the corruption. Yes, they do. Hey, Matt. Good to see you, sir. I care about the big picture and long-run results, the future for people's freedoms. Yeah, absolutely. That's like, Nope's going to be so much fun. Privacy and freedom is ours, not to be given up. But too bad. Most people they won't fight for it anymore. Panelists on that dating. Of course, no one knows about crypto, man. I think only really maybe 1 to 3% of the population understands crypto. Hello, Warhammer. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, we're here for gains. Some of my uncles lost friends with the barracks bombing. See, Darnwood? That was a tragedy. A lot of people people forget history. Yeah, that was under Reagan. That was before my time. Obviously, I didn't join the Navy till '92, so I was in the Navy 9 years after that happened. But yeah, it's bad shit. Just like, yeah, we won't go into too much of what the U.S. has done over the years, but it'd be nice to see the U.S. just step away and just let them go at each other and settle things the old-fashioned way. Conqueror gets the land. I'd be happy with that. So, all right, guys, it's 9:51. I've got a long day all week. This week is gonna be long for me. I've got each day we have the course with Ben, except for Wednesday, and I still have my strategy calls. We got to prepare for the launch of 9-inch. Got to prepare for the launch of Nope Token. It's going to be pretty easy. For those of you guys who have questions, how you're going to get your Nope Token. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a batch message out to everybody using Patreon, and I'll just ask for the address you want me to send the tokens to. And then 30 days after 9-inch has been launched, after 30 days after 9-inch, then we'll add the liquidity and begin the fun of going live for Nope Token. So, and the goal is, I'm kind of hoping that I'll be home in Panama before that happens. I don't really want to be doing that while I'm on vacation. So there might be a slight delay in the launch after 30 days, but that's only because 9-inch took so long to launch. We weren't expecting this to happen, but it's okay. We will figure it out. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all coming out, and I'll see you again tomorrow night.